let's be real, there's truly only but so many ways to make more money, and majority of those ways take more money before you actually start to make more. So what I've realized from my own experience and also the research for this video is it seems as if making money isn't the issue, but spending money seems to be more the issue. I read an article that says six-figure earners are living paycheck to paycheck, which I find quite surprising considering I believe if you're earning six figures, that should be more than enough to live a comfortable lifestyle. And making more money never hurts. Well, it can hurt your work-life balance. And I've read in a recent study that millennials and Gen Zs are willing to take a lower salary in order to have a good work-life balance. And to be completely transparent, I fall into that category. To get off an 8-hour shift just to go back to work afterwards, not really a sustainable lifestyle, no matter how cool you think you are doing it. Basically what I'm trying to say, it's not about how much money you make, but hold on, it is about how much you make, but once you make a decent amount, it's about how you use the money you made. Because let's think about those athletes that lose all their money, or not only the athletes, but the lottery winners. These people aren't taught how to actually use their money once they get it. So they are rich, but they're not wealthy. And that's kind of what this video is all about. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I'm not oblivious to the fact that some people just have to do that. And that's what I want to go over in this video. Why do we put ourselves through that? Is it because we want to be the family member that brings generational wealth? Is it that we just want to buy all those flashy things? Or maybe is that you want to travel to all those extravagant places and just see the world? But in order to do so, you have to be in the financial position in order to do things like that. Could that be the driver of why we put ourselves through so much hardship? Whatever your reason is, the best way to do it without taking major risks like running a business or investing or real estate is to lower your overall expenses. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking we're moving backwards, but there's good debt and bad debt. And by paying off your bad debt, you free up cash flow to put in places like a high yield savings account, a Roth IRA, a 401k, a CD account, stuff of that nature. When I say lower your expenses, I'm not saying don't buy your coffee from Starbucks. I know, go get your latte. You know, you need it, mental health. I get it. But what I'm saying is pay off those maxed out credit cards. Let's be real. The average balance on a credit card in the United States is anywhere between $5,733 to $7,951. And credit cards have high APRs, anywhere between 15% to 24%, depending on the issuer. And that's why sometimes when you are paying your minimum balance on your credit card, it feels like you're not paying for anything. How I managed to pay off my credit card debt was through the snowball method, which is lowest to highest balance. Some people like to pay the card with the highest interest rate, but to be fair, I do have a decent income, so that does help a lot whenever you're trying to pay down debt, obviously. Next, you want to tackle that car payment because cars are just expensive all around. You have the car payment, which for a new car averaging around $725 a month. And if you were to get a used car, that one averages around $516 a month, which is pretty insane. You also have to consider car insurance, maintenance for the vehicle, but that can vary. How I handled my car situation, it was a 2010 Toyota Prius. It was for $7,461. I put a down payment of $4,000 down, leaving my remaining balance at $3,461. I had a 1-year, 6-month term agreement paying $196 a month. And this was back in 2021. And I know times have changed, but that's how I did it. You want to take care of that car payment soon as possible, or at least get the interest rate down so you can free up some cash flow to invest in assets that can help you pay that car off in full sooner. We all need somewhere to live, and we would like that place to be as safe and comfortable as possible, but the price of rent and mortgages make that difficult. Although there are ways to get around that, like having a roommate. I mean, That's what I did. Or you can downgrade or move back in with your parents if that option is still on the table. Not the sexiest option just to have a roof over your head, but it will make it easier for you to build your financial status to the level that you want to be at. Something I see so many people struggle with, but I'm not in this boat: student loans. As much as I want to say you just shouldn't have went into student debt, that is easy to say outside looking in. And I'm sure the belief going into it is, I'm going to make a higher income, so it justifies the debt that you're going in order to get that higher income. And in the process, I'm going to make my parents proud because they sold me a dream of being a college graduate. And I truly understand why people go for a college education. I mean, my skill did not require that, but I do know there are some skills and practices that do require a college education. My best advice for anyone in student debt is to refinance their loan for a better interest rate. By doing so, can knock thousands off your original loan, depending on how much your credit has grown. And from there, I would try to make extra payments if possible. 88% of all millionaires are self-made, meaning they did not inherit their wealth. And I say that because I've worked around wealthy people, and truly wealthy people keep a close eye on their money. Not to say they're frugal, but they are very intentional on how they handle their money, which allow them to still do things and buy things they truly want. But it does start with understanding how money works and how to use it properly. And I'm not saying I have it all figured out. I don't, but I'm very open to learning. And I got a quick question for you. If you made $100,000 a year, do you still think it's more important to make more money or understand how to spend that money? Comment below. I'm extremely interested in what you guys think. But with that being said, I'll see y'all on the next one.